Shalom, shalom. Got a quick dream that I'm gonna go into and share, and that's it. So, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Shalom, peace and blessings, power and strength unto the men pushing the same work and the same truth, within the same doctrine, starting from the elder apostle men of the great millstone church who we learn from and whose labors we entered into. Through the spirit, shalom, peace and blessings, power and strength unto the rest of the men pushing the same work and the same truth. Them holy leg brothers and sisters. So, get into this dream regarding sleeper cells, as you see in the title. So, this is just a dream I had, and this view, what's on the screen, is kind of what I seen in the dream. So, I was in a hotel, which I believe to be in a different country, and I had a woman there with me, and I think it was in a different country because the hotel looked trash, and it was no lock on the doors, not even from the hallway. It was like two doors to get to the hallway, and there was no lock on no doors, which was weird. Hotel wasn't anything nice at all. It was, kind of trash, to the point where I'm like, this is probably a different country setup. So the woman I was with, she pointed out something else, because we had a balcony view, so we could step onto the balcony and we could kind of see this city. It says that this is a city of Iran, but I had looked this up because it would probably be closest accurate to what the city I seen in my view. And I didn't know where I was or what city I was in, but it wasn't. It seemed like it was a city outside of the country. Potentially a city that buildings look like this. It wasn't a Chicago or New York or Miami, LA. It wasn't that kind of city. It was buildings look like the buildings you see on the screen. So further into the dream, I'm on a balcony. No. So the woman I'm with, she pointed out, like, look out the window. Look. And it showed one of the buildings like fell over. One of the buildings like fell over to where it's like leaning. Like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but like leaning. Like it fell. And I'm like, oh snap. And that resembled like a terrorism, basically. Like a bomb or something took the building down. So I go and step out into the balcony to look at it. And I'm looking at the city. And I'm like, oh snap. People are terrorizing the city. There's chaos going around. Because I'm seeing more buildings starting to like tip over. And, physically that's not really possible for a building to just tip, like it's a toy tower or something, but they just tipping over. Different ones starting to tip over, and that resembled different buildings being taken down and people just causing havoc and terrorists running through the streets. And in the dream, I'm like, those are sleeper cells. I'm like, the sleeper cells are up and active and they fucking shit up. So those are my thoughts in the dream. Like, oh, those are the sleeper cells. And I'm like looking, I'm looking over the balcony. I'm like marveling and, happy a bit. I'm like thinking of you, how about Shemel? I'm like, this the prophecy. I'm like, this is it right here. And then the sleeper cells or terrorist people who run around causing havoc, they get closer to the building I'm at, I guess, and they start throwing stuff. So we're like, oh snap. We go back inside, try to turn the lights off, I guess try to hide or whatever. And that was a dream. So I should have went to this little definition first. I just wanted to share that dream. So it says, what are sleeper cells? Sleeper cells are small, clandestine groups of agents, sleeper agents, who infiltrate a country, who infiltrate a target country, or organization, living dormant lives for months or years while blending into society before receiving orders to act. They are highly dangerous due to their ability to remain hidden until activating, often used for espionage or terrorism. Synonyms include hidden cells, dormant agents, or undercover cells.
This is probably going to be one of the more important things that I'm going to talk about this week, but according to U.S. intelligence agencies, they've intercepted recent communications believed to have originated from inside of Iran, which could act as a operational trigger.
And, the sleeper cell stuff already came out. I just had this dream like last night up to this morning, which is March 11th. Currently, March 11th, 3 p.m. Yeah, waking up this morning, I had this dream, but continuing.
For activating or instructing sleeper cells or sleeper assets that are located outside of the country of Iran, meaning Iranian sleeper cells that are in other countries. Now, the transmissions were detected via preliminary signals analysis showing a broadcast station relaying encoded messages across multiple countries, likely intended for clandestine recipients holding the decryption keys. Now, what these intelligence agencies have said is that these are the types of offline communications that are used by avoiding internet or cellular networks to reach covert operatives or dormant agents without detection. Now, after this was discovered, a federal alert was issued to law enforcement agencies warning that while the exact contents remained undecoded, the signal's characteristics suggest they might activate pre-positioned sleeper assets for potential retaliatory actions. To be clear, the alert emphasizes there is no currently identified operational threat linked to any specific location, but it has been recommended to these agencies and all law enforcement agencies to maintain a heightened monitoring of suspicious radio frequencies. The bottom line is remain vigilant and be aware of your surroundings and report anything that's suspicious to law enforcement just to be safe.
Yeah. Has Iran activated any sleeper cells inside the U.S.? There's reports that they have.
No, I really.
Did you say cash tips?
Cash chips.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Has Iran activated any sleeper cells inside the U.S.? There's reports that they have pressed that trigger button to activate those cells, at least abroad.
Well, they've been trying for a long time. We've been very much on top of it. One of the things we have to do is get the Democrats to stop the Democrat shutdown, because, as you know, the apparatus that looks into that, Schumer and the Democrats have shut it down, which tells you they probably hate our country a lot. But the Democrats have to open that up. But we've got very, very good intelligence into that. We know a lot of different things that have happened that have been very bad. A lot of them came in during the Biden open border period, but we have them under. We've got them. We're watching every single one of them. Yeah, we know a lot about them. The biggest problem we have is the Democrat shutdown.
So that's it. Share two quick scriptures. Just wanted to share that dream, really. So this is Joel 2:28. And it shall come to pass that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. And this is just stuff that's to come to pass. Chaos in the cities and insurrections and seditions and etc. The society is going to collapse, and brothers and sisters, people within the body and people outside of the body are having dreams. And the Lord put the spirit on people to bring them out on the internet, whether it be brothers or people outside of the body, random people. But these are all things just to be warned of and to expect things to happen. It was prophesied that people will be having dreams of stuff to come, visions and things to happen, right? So, other scripture, 2 Ezra 15:15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, for they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The city shall be troubled. Like in my dreams, cities were troubled. Houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And in verse 16, it says, there shall be sedition among men. Real quick, I'm going to get that word sedition, meaning, it says, sedition is the act of inciting revolt, insurrection, or resistance against established government authority through speech, writing, or organization. So, even sleeper cells cause chaos, or random people, non-sleeper cells causing chaos is going to happen. Prophecy said it, and these dreams and visions are backing up prophecy, and we see it playing out in today's time. We see this stuff slowly manifesting in today's time. It says, they should not regard their kings nor princes. They're not going to regard the authority. They won't care about law enforcement. Law enforcement or rules won't get in nobody's way. It's going to be straight chaos. 2 Ezra 15 and and 14 in the GNT, the world and the people in it are doomed. The world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. There will be great political turmoil, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. There will no longer be free access to the cities, because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. So just want to share that dream, match up with the scriptures. And that's it. Another dream, another video going out warning you what's to come. Align yourself with Yahweh Shemel Shai so these things won't be an issue to you. Simple as that. So, shalom, peace and blessings. Closing out.